How are you? Good? Good. Yeah, so I was thinking, when I used to work at Chuck E. Cheese, the very first question people ask me when I tell them I've worked at Chuck E. Cheese is, well, did you put on the costume? Yes, my big secret is out. I am Chuck E. Cheese. I actually enjoyed that part of the job. All of the attention from all the kids and the parents, sometimes a little too much attention. Kids grabbing the nose and the ears and poking in the eye and then hitting you in the butt. Or if it's an infant and the mother is holding it and I have to get close for a picture and the baby's like, what is going on? Mom! Of course, a baby would think that. All in his mind, and on the outward appearance, he's got a pacifier in his mouth like this. It was a very interesting couple of months. My sister was actually working there before me, and that's how I got the job. It was one of my first jobs in high school. When I first started working there, I thought the food was great. The breadsticks especially were just, ugh. The cinnamon sticks! Oh man. Eventually we call them sin sticks because they're so sugary and full of flavor and dough. And delivered with pizza! Energy on dough! Pizza! Let me tell you a story. So I'm closing up the store, right, with my sister who works there and a manager and one other coworker. We're closing up, and there's always leftover food. There's always food that's going to go in the trash, but I never like to throw food away, so I always take it home with me. So I took some breadsticks home with me, and I started eating them. We get home, I go upstairs to go to sleep. In the middle of the night, I can feel something in my stomach that eventually made its way up into my throat. That feeling of something's there, something is coming, something is going to explode. Now, I hadn't been sick in a long time. Typically, my body keeps it in and digests it, and the enzymes try to work with what it's got in there. Not this time. Call it food poisoning, call it a hand of God. It was not pretty. So as I slowly open my eyes and wake up to this feeling up in my throat, I feel like if I move, I'm gonna vomit everywhere. And of course, if I don't move, then it's just gonna sit there and I'm gonna vomit slowly out of my mouth and it's gonna be horrible anyway. So as I'm contemplating whether it's a good idea to get up or not, the feeling is pressing on my throat. And then it happens. Everywhere! It was everywhere. You know, have you seen those cartoons where they just vomit comes straight out in a straight line and it's projectile vomit. It is straight up rocket launching projectile vomit. That's what happened. And the only thing I could do was lean over my bed, hunch my back as all of this was just pressing out of my body. I couldn't even inhale. It had such a tremendous pressure it even went out my nose. So after conquering the longest distance of projectile vomit, I went downstairs to Mom and said, "Hey Mom, I just threw up." And of course, you know, moms are sweet enough to come up there and clean up your mess. So I go back upstairs, we turn the lights on, and it is everywhere on this side of the bed. And as she was cleaning up, she picked up my Converse flat-foot shoes and poured out some of the puke that had made its way in there. And it poured out. I was surprised the shoe contained all of it. I was almost ready to puke again. Pink, brown, tan, God, I don't even know. That bread must have mutated in my stomach. Like, that was not just the stomach acids at work. Like, there was something in there, turning the bread into something else. Yeah, that was my worst vomiting experience ever.